Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this spring day, the first of the month, and we're getting into a fabulous spring and summer season. And over the past 6 years, Donna McCallum, the fairy godmother, has helped thousands of people reach their dreams and goals and create lives they love through her talks, her workshops, her books, and working in the community. And today, she's in our studio to give us 5 tips to spring clean our lives. Now, Happy spring to you. Thank you. I see you've brought your feather duster.
It's my feather duster wand.
But spring cleaning your life, how's that different from spring cleaning your home? Isn't it the same thing?
Well, there are a number of tips. I've got 5 tips today for how to spring clean. You see, we have clutter in our lives, Liesl. And clutter is not just physical clutter, it can also be emotional clutter, mental clutter. So, tip number 1.
Tip 1.
Is the obvious. Spring clean your space. So often we just go, there's that pile of stuff in the corner that we don't want to get to.
Yes.
So the first real thing is start with something small. I often recommend to people start with your bedside table. It's the first thing that you see in the morning, the last thing that you see at night, and it'll take you 5 minutes to do. Clear out those books, the junk, etc. Another thing you might want to start with, how is your handbag at the moment in terms of
clean.
stuff?
I did that this weekend, yes. I can proudly say it's clean.
Okay, so the handbag is always a place that we put all this nonsense and gunk.
The microwave.
Exactly. Yes. Clear it out, or a wallet. Clear out your wallet. The tip with spring cleaning your space is if you haven't used it for more than a year, Liesl, get rid of it.
Get rid of it. That's good advice.
Get rid of it.
Next tip.
Spring clean your space first. Tip number 2 is declutter your mind.
Declutter your mind.
How many times have you felt overwhelmed? Like there's all these worries, these emotions, these thoughts going through your head. So take out a piece of paper, write down everything that you're thinking about, whether it's worries, thoughts, things to do. And what you'll find is when you just write it down, Liesl, automatically you feel clearer and less cluttered. Also, I always recommend taking a day off from all inputs. Switch off the cell phone, switch off the email. This is a big one for you, right?
It is a big one
Switch
for
off
me.
the Twitter.
I did it last week. I went camping, so my phone was off for 24 hours.
24 hours, and didn't you feel more relaxed, just like declutter the mind?
I'm looking away, I'm not answering that. I love my cell phone.
I know.
But yeah, you're right, I did feel relaxed.
Okay, great. And tip number 3 that we've got right now is energize the body. So it's springtime, right? Detox. Now, I know people moan and groan when I say detox, but it doesn't have to be harsh. It can be as simple as every morning when you wake up, get some hot water, squeeze some fresh lemon into it. That is an amazing detox for the body. Really good for the liver, really good for the kidneys, just a nice detox. Also, because it's springtime and the weather's getting warmer, you're going to feel like eating more fresh fruits, fresh veg. Do that. So those are some of our spring tips.
Now, Donna, don't you, and I'm one of those people, I find winter a cocoon, I don't do as much sport. Then spring comes and you're like, oh, to try and get motivated. How do you get motivated to get back into doing your fitness or get back into your summer routines?
With everything, it's about starting small. So many people will go like, right, now I've got to go for a 10K run, but you've done nothing, right? So start small. Start with like a walk around the block or a walk on the promenade for, 15 minutes, and then gently build that up. The body hates being shocked, so just gently build it up over time. And what you'll find is that if you do 10 minutes today, then tomorrow you'll feel like doing 15 minutes, and the next day you'll feel like doing more.
Now, just recap the first 3, because we're going to come back and look at the next 2, because we've got a whole 5 that we're looking at today. The first 3 we touched on?
So the first one is spring clean your space. Start with something small, spring clean it out, and then every day for the rest of the month, do one small space in your home, in your place. The second thing is decluttering your mind, getting rid of all the clutter in your mind. The third tip was energizing that body.
So those are the first 3 tips we're looking at, and Donna's going to be back in a little bit. We're going to touch on 2 more tips on how to spring clean your life. Right now, we're going to spring on over to our kitchen, and we are learning how to make spring chili poppers.
Awesome.
Nice. Let's go over to the kitchen.